What's up, guys? So in this video again is going to be John Replies episode 2. I know I need to become more consistent on these videos, but John Replies is pretty much a video series where I talk about some of your comments, I respond to everybody, and I take on the criticism head on, and you can see me talk about it live. I pretty much choose 3 videos, and the 3 videos I'm going to choose is my Loki of Asgard video, why I believe Loki blew the horn, as well as my Odin's plan video where I talk about Odin's plan and everything like that. So let's get into it. I hope I don't see too many mean comments. I'm gonna start with Odin's sacrifices Baldur and his plan. So let's go ahead and look at the top comment. Of course, I talked to Soda Boy about this very briefly in a video I actually deleted. Says at this point Santa Monica is gonna sue you, and now I get this comment like one or two of these comments every single video. I don't work for Santa Monica, I am not affiliated, and it sucks. this right here is a joke, but every other comment, like there's another dude in this who commented that as well, and was pretty serious. Yeah, so let's move on. MC says Kratos was dragged to Midgard by 3 giant wolves. I didn't finish the novel yet. I was reading it, but I didn't finish it. I actually still have it. It's in my book bag. I bring it everywhere with me, so I can read it on the train and things like that, but I haven't been reading it. But yeah, I heard that Kratos was actually dragged to Midgard by 3 wolves. So I have to finish that book, and that will be fucking cool, and I will talk about it once I finish it. And the reason I never talked about the book mainly is because I don't want to spoil the book, right? I wanted to talk about the book a long time ago. I had a bunch of post-it notes in there when I first started reading it, because books, they put you in the mindset of the character, right? Like, one of the things I found interesting about the book is the part when Atreus and Freya was meeting up. Kratos felt he should leave because Atreus was talking to Freya in the same way he would talk to his mother, and Kratos, he started thinking about Faye, so he just left. He's not that type of guy. He doesn't want to reminisce, and he especially doesn't want Atreus to remember his mother too much and get distracted on the journey. Another part I found interesting where Kratos actually thought of Brock as a threat and didn't want to throw his axe into the trees when you first meet Brock, because he thought that if he threw it, he'd leave himself defenseless and then Brock will attack him. So moments like that is really what I wanted to talk about, but at the same time I didn't want to spoil the book's contents. Corey's father wrote the book, and I don't know, I felt really eerie about talking about the book. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I probably will now because it's been a long time that the book has come out. I like this comment from Vega. Vega says, in reference to Modi and Magni sharing Thor's hammer, they mentioned in the game who's gonna get Thor's hammer after Ragnarok, which I believe was Magni. So without Kratos getting involved, the prophecy was supposed to flow with Thor's son surviving. Now that they died before the end times, Kratos was a virus in the prophecy. I loved that comment, virus in the prophecy. I wish I could just use that for a YouTube title. But yeah, I really do think that's odd, and that's what this video kind of dived into, was Kratos' involvement changed everything. Which is odd, and I talk about another video which I'll link at the end of this one why I think that's odd. The whole timeline I really don't understand too much, but yeah, man, I find that pretty interesting that Kratos' involvement changed everything. So I'm trying to find any criticism on this video, and I don't really see any. Everybody's, you know, the responses was very positive. I want to put in some criticism. Everything seems very positive, so I think I'm just going to move on to the next video. Thank you all for your comments, by the way. Okay, let's get into the biggest, the biggest criticism. From Bobby Williams. He says, why does he need a horn when he can call it without the horn? I believe that, okay, this is what I believe. I believe that if Loki from the future really did come back in time, and he didn't see the serpent or didn't want to waste his energy, because I believe that it's his own abilities that lets him use the language of the serpent, right? Because when he used it in the game, his eyes was glowing. He was tapping into his god power. He didn't know the serpent's language. However, he tapped into his own god power, and that's when he called the serpent. Now, I feel if he got there and he didn't want to use any energy, or let's say there was some type of battle going on, he probably was exhausted from whatever fight he had to go through. Maybe traveling through time took a lot of energy out of him, so he just didn't use his own powers to call the serpent. Instead, he blew the horn to call the serpent. That's what I believed when I was making this video. This video was like super long, and I didn't want to yeah, the video was over 10 minutes, so I was chopping a lot of things. This video was originally 20 minutes, as I said in a community post. It was 20 minutes, so I cut a lot of things, and that was one of the things that I cut. But that's something important, but I didn't think people would talk about it. But that's what I really believe. I believe if he time traveled, he didn't want to use any of his powers, draining him even further, because Loki has a ton of powers. But that is a very big criticism, and thank you to all the people in the comment section who responded and talked about it as well. We got some replies from this criticism, and other people thought the same exact thing. Yeah, so he says, bro, you just destroyed this whole video. Oh, man, I gotta be careful about what I cut. There was a lot more information that I cut as well, but let's get into some more comments. Ben10 says, did you make the intro? Yes, I did. I make all the intros on my channel. I try to make them cinematic or very sad. Check out all of my edits. Alright, in terms of criticism, I think that was like the main and only one. This video is very solid. So yeah, thank you all for your comments. I really do love it. Let's move on to the final video. Onith says, wait, isn't Kratos cursed with immortality? Again, the thing is, let's see some other comments. Yeah, he is immortal. That's why I put in this video that if Kratos dies, he's just gonna wake up moments later. Every moment in this series where Kratos died or he was seriously injured, he needed time to recover. Let's take God of War 2 for example. When Zeus quote-unquote killed him, his body was being dragged to the underworld. Moments later, his body healed itself. It didn't heal right away. Same exact thing at God of War 3's ending, for example. When he stabbed himself, he laid down on the floor and died. And then he just woke up. That's his immortality. And yeah, that's how his immortality works. That's why I mentioned in this video that if he dies in the same fashion we saw at the end of the game, if that's him, I'm not saying it's him, don't kill me. I think that he's just gonna wake up in Helheim or whatever the hell he ended up at. Moments later, he's gonna take a lot of damage. Another example of this is actually Baldur. Baldur is also immortal. However, in the very first fight, Kratos snapped his neck and he died and woke up moments later. That's how Baldur woke up again after Kratos snapped his neck and he was stunned and fell over the cliff. His body was lifeless. And then he just came back to life. That's how immortality works in God of War. Let's see. Here's another one from Hopkins. Detonate Hopkins. He says, but isn't the axe useless in hell? Yes, it is. In this video, I said that Kratos is going to call his Leviathan axe and it comes. But remember, he also has his fist. He also has the Blades of Chaos. Again, I just didn't add that part. I didn't even cut it. I just didn't even add the Blades of Chaos, which was stupid of me. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have did that. So I don't really see a lot more criticism. I got a lot of criticism in the last video we covered, but again, not a lot of diversity in terms of criticism anyways. But this is gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for your comments. As you can obviously tell, I read almost every single comment I get in all of my videos, so thank you guys so freaking much. That's gonna be the end of this video. Alright, I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.